I don't know if there would be chance for you to share your screen, then just do a brief market breakdown on how you approach the market, because I know some people would love to see that from you too.
Definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
Just a brief one. A brief one.
Okay, let me just open up my charts.
Okay, amazing.
I think we won't find a pair where there is no analysis on there, so we can't start from scratch. But I'll explain my process.
Okay, amazing.
I think just allow me to share some screen.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now I'm currently holding this long on US 30 now.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah. So we just just wait and see how the market treats us there. But I think let's look at a nice pair, a pair that's got a pair that just looks amazing.
Yeah,
So basically my process of analysis, let me just make this full screen as well so that we've got no distractions there. So my process analysis basically just involves 3 time frames.
yeah.
What I want to try and do is I want to use a high time frame to basically find a directional bias. Once
Okay.
I know which direction I'm looking to trade, then I'll use a middle time frame. And a middle time frame is basically for the function of me finding points of interest, which is basically areas where I want to find those trading opportunities.
Yeah,
And once I've found an area where I want to find the trading opportunities, then at that point I drop down onto the lowest time frame. And then my lowest time frame would basically be my entry criteria.
yeah, me.
So I'll basically show you that process now. So
Okay.
I would basically start on a daily. So I do 2 types of analysis. This would be my long-term analysis. This would be basically preparing me for the trading week. And then during the trading week, I do short-term analysis as well. But it follows the exact same structure.
Yeah,
So basically here on a higher time frame, I would use my theory, which is basically I use chart patterns and market structure to be able to make sense and make a decision. We've got momentum, higher time frame. I've got a corrective structure.
yeah,
Where am I in this corrective structure? Remember the context. I'm somewhere around the support trend line. So at support, I naturally want to be a buyer rather than a seller. So now that I'm on this, basically I use the daily as my highest time frame. Now that I've got my directional bias, I would then drop down to my 4 hour, which would now be my middle time frame. On a middle time frame, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find structure that allows me to find areas where I can trade. So basically here 4 hour, I can see everything's been a downtrend basically. Now,
yeah,
if we come to just this most recent structure, we had a small expanding structure. We broke out of the expanding structure to the upside. Now, I already do know from a higher time frame that I'm at support. I want to be a buyer. What I do see here on a 4 hour is I see some momentum. After I see momentum, I know the market is probably going to stall. I see the market stalling over here. What I do observe is I've got an extreme high, which is again taking into account context.
yeah,
Where am I within the structure? I've got an extreme high, and as well as I've got this supports here that are basically my extreme low
yeah,
inside of this momentum. Now, since there is no, or at least as prices has been developing, I've been adjusting and adapting to structure, but before there was no real clear descending structure here. All I had to work off with when there was no structure was just my extreme levels of structure. So I know that if I want to be a buyer, the safest place to be a buyer is at support. So even still, I was not looking to trade anywhere, maybe inside of here. I was waiting for prices to come down to some level of support. So now finally, we've at least got this descending structure. So now this descending structure is simple. On my 4 hour, I'm finding a point of interest. My point of interest now becomes this support that aligns with my support trend line, because now I know that there's buyers that are looking at both of this and at horizontal support that could potentially be looking to buy at this area here.
I
So
mean,
basically now my forecast would then be that my higher time frame, I'm bullish. Where do I want to be bullish from? I want to be bullish from this area here. And then all I'm doing is, because my trading basically involves me being more reactive than predictive. So obviously I need to forecast to prepare. But what I'm doing is I'm then exercising patience. I'll probably just maybe set an alert and know that I'm only looking for entries once price action maybe breaks the support down here. Then I know that, okay, cool. Once price has broken the support, now I'm dropping down onto my lowest time frame, which would then be my 1 hour, looking for my entry criteria. And for my entry criteria is quite simple. The first thing that I look for is a chart pattern. The
Yeah.
reason why I look for a chart pattern is because I don't want to just be buying randomly everywhere inside of here, but rather a chart pattern is going to tell me that yes, price is at my point of interest, but when is the right time to pull the trigger? Looking for a chart pattern on my lowest time frame first would then tell me, okay, maybe trade at the third touch or trade at the right shoulder of the inverse. And then once I've pinpointed where at this point of interest I want to trade, which my chart pattern would give me, at that point, I'm looking for my candlestick confirmation to actually pull myself into the trade.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow. 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 This is really a top-notch breakdown on market approach. Wow.